How's it going, everybody? I want to add a quick little disclaimer before the start of this video. I shot a bunch of footage and an interview using the brand new GoPro Hero 6, which has some kind of problem. The audio is absolute trash. The point of upgrading was to improve on audio. This video right now is being shot on the GoPro Hero 4, so I apologize for the low quality audio on many of the shots. I'll do my best to clean it up, but I hope you enjoy the video nonetheless. And just like that, I am in Barcelona. Heading to my hotel. And then I have literally no idea what my plans are, but there's a few people who have reached out to me, and I have a friend who lives here with a ton of contacts. So the first thing we need to do is just talk to people and see how they feel, see what's going on, and get a little taste of the city and the food. My hotel. I walked a couple blocks because I need to go buy a cell phone. The first thing you have to do when traveling, get to your location, check in. The second thing you have to do is get internet. So I'm useless unless I have a strong internet connection. So I'm walking to the cell phone store, to Movistar, and just walk past that huge, I guess you'd call it a protest? I don't know, but you can tell that people are really excited. The referendum's in a couple days. So I just met up with a local journalist, Sergi, who's gonna talk to us about what the hell's going on, and then we can get started, I guess. I mean, like, the most important thing, I suppose, is understanding the basics of what's happening in Catalonia. So, yeah, man.
So we don't even know much about what's happening now, but we've been living a pro-independence movement for 6 years now, and I think now this week it's like the train crash between the Catalan government and the Spanish one, and we are living this Sunday referendum, but it's illegal because the Spanish government is blocking it, but the Catalan government it's pushing for it and it's doing it as well. So we don't know if we're gonna be able to vote and in which conditions.
So I've heard that the police, the Spanish federal government tried seizing the control of the police.
Yeah, it's really hard thing to think about it because our Catalan police doesn't want to forbid the vote. So the Spanish government is trying to control the Catalan police, but they are not succeeding, I think.
Do you think the local police are going to side with Catalonia?
It's a really good thing to ask. So the Catalan government is saying our police it's not going like to confiscate the ballots because it will create like a lot of violence with the voters. So it's not a really intelligent thing to do.
It's not a good idea.
No, it's not a good idea at all because there will be like thousands of people trying to vote from early in the morning.
So how long have you lived here? Are you from here?
Yeah, I'm from Barcelona, yeah.
We've seen the symbolic vote, and this has been long anticipated. It's been years now waiting for this official vote to happen. Do you think there will be independence?
I think it's really important to see if on Sunday there are just like some thousands of people trying to vote, or if there are really a lot of millions of people doing that, because we will see if there's a majority of the Catalan people supporting the Catalan movement or not. So it's really a hard question to answer, and we will have to wait until Sunday to say that.
So I think the more important thing is we've also heard that the police have been trying to shut down locations where the votes might take place, and people don't even know where to vote. So there might be a majority of people who want independence, but if they don't know where to vote or the polling locations are closed.
So this is not a normal vote at all. because people are not getting in their house like the paper where they know where they should go to vote. The Catalan government create a website where they could see it, but they shut down the website. They create new websites and they shut it down again. So people are starting to organize themselves to help their neighborhoods, their neighbors where they have to vote. For example, they are posting papers in the buildings and saying like, if you live here, your school where you have to vote is this one. So there, people are organizing themselves, but I don't know if it will be enough.
I heard, you were telling me just a little while ago that the Spanish police have come in to Catalonia. Can you tell me what's happening with that?
Oh, so there are like over 5,000 policemen that came from other parts of Spain to Catalonia to not letting people vote. So it's really funny because they came here in 3 different cruises, and the Spanish government ran some cruises with Warner Bros. Pictures, and it's so funny. So, and now, how do you say piol in English?
Tweety bird.
The Tweety bird came like a symbol of resistance and pro-independence movement, because the little bird, Tweety bird?
Tweety bird.
The Tweety bird, it's on their cruises, and it's so fun. But yeah, there are a lot of policemen here now.
Do you think there's any possibility for violence?
So I think maybe it can get violent because if the police try to lock the schools where they have to vote, or they try to confiscate the ballots, and there are like a peaceful resistance of thousands of people, maybe it can be a little violent, but we don't know yet.
I heard that there have already been politicians arrested for like sedition, like treason.
So there are like 2 different things. On the one hand, there have been like people working for the government that have been arrested for a couple of days or 3 days. They are already free, but they have to go to the judge every week, and they have been told not to work on the referendum anymore. And on the other hand, there are the demonstrations. When these people were arrested, there were like big demonstrations in the streets. So the Spanish government, they are saying to the people who organized the demonstration that they are gonna be maybe convicted for sedition, that it's a crime that can carry like 15 years of prison, and it's like you are going against the state.
Yeah, it's like treason basically.
Yeah, it's treason.
So it seems like the Spanish federal government's taking it seriously. They sent in a ton of cops. They're threatening politicians. It sounds like, I mean, do you feel like the majority of people in Catalonia are for independence? I feel like if they're taking it this seriously, they must be worried.
I think we only have one way to know if a majority of people in Catalonia support independence or not, and this is a referendum. So, I mean, there are polls, and they say that it's quite, it's not for sure. In the last elections, the pro-independence party got like 48% of votes. The anti-independentist parties got the 37% of votes. So it's quite too difficult to know, and that's why I think we need a referendum.
So one other interesting aspect, I guess, kind of like the last couple questions I have. I've been hearing a lot of anarchists, anti-capitalists, anti-fascists saying they're in support of independence. They want Catalonia to win. But I've also seen far-right groups in the United States and in Europe also support Catalonian independence. It seems like both the far left and the far right are in favor of Catalonia winning. Do you think that the people here, you know, with the issue of independence, it is far left or far right, or is it neither?
No, I think it has nothing to do like the support that maybe we could have out of our borders with the movement here in Catalonia. I mean, there are like 3 independentist parties in Catalonia. There's right-centered party, a leftist party, and a really leftist anti-capitalist party. And they are not extremist at all. And in fact, in Spain and in Catalonia, we don't have like this far-right movement or anarchies. Yeah, we have we have an anti-capitalist party.
But it's like small.
It's actually not that small, but it's
okay.
not extremist at all, and it's organizing and it's helping the government too. So
that's weird.
no, I don't think there's any extremists here.
I guess the shorter version of that is the left views this as an issue of the anarchists, the right views this as an issue of the nationalists, but it's neither. It's kind of just...
It's a really transversal movement. I mean, there are like really leftist people supporting that and right people supporting that too. So that's, I think, one of the good things of the independentist process in Catalonia. It doesn't belong to any party, it doesn't belong to any ideology, because some libertarian people want to create a new independent to don't have a welfare state anymore, and some leftist people want a new state to do the revolution. So
it's kind of like people are just saying independence is for my cause, but it's not really for anyone's cause, you know, like...
I mean, if Catalonia gets independence, we will have a constitutional movement. We will create a new constitution, and then the Catalan people will decide if they want one kind of state or another one. But so at least it's like a window of opportunity for all of them, both libertarian and socialist people, to create a new state with their ideologies.
Well, the vote's on the 1st. It should be interesting. You have any final thoughts before we wrap up?
I really want people in the States and everywhere to understand that's not a violent movement at all, but if violence happens on Sunday, I hope not, it won't be because pro-independent people are violent. It will be just because this is a really difficult and tough clash of trains, and you never know what can happen with that situation.
Right on, man. All right, thank you.
Thank you, you're welcome.
I just got here early, shot the interview, met with this journalist here in Barcelona to figure out what's going on. And this was kind of just the basics of what I've learned so far, being here for only a few hours. So stay tuned because there's more to come. I'm not going to be using that same god-awful camera with god-awful audio ever again. So for that, I apologize. But stay tuned. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Timcast. The referendum is in a couple days on October 1st. If you want to support my work, go to timcast.com/donate. Give whatever you'd like or give nothing at all. My videos are always free and available. Stay tuned. Breaking news. It's happening here on the 1st. And if I can live stream, I will. But it's also been a nightmare trying to get a cell phone. So I'll see you tomorrow at 4.